only on NFL Network.
Let's go!
We're here for the NFL's return to London.
Under pressure, sack!
Zach Wilson and the Jets are looking to take flight.
Makes a terrific catch.
But Matt Ryan and the Falcons are ready to light up the London skies.
Guns it, caught, touchdown Atlanta.
Jets, Falcons, wake up with football across the pond.
You ain't never seen it like this. Yeah!
Sunday, only on NFL Network.
I keep sinking. I think I'm too late.
Sunday NFL Countdown is presented by Snickers. Maybe you just need a Snickers. Well, the fans are fired up in Foxborough. The Andy Reid Bowl is back in Philly today, but not much to celebrate on either team. Jalen Hurts coming off the lowest QBR of his career. No relief in sight when you look at that schedule. Plus, the Chiefs have lost 2 straight. Patrick Mahomes has never lost 3 straight. Kansas City's in last place in the AFC West, mostly because they start slow and can't recover. They've been outscored by 19 in the first half of games, and only one of Mahomes' 9 touchdown passes has come before halftime. Kimberly Martin knows all about that. She's in Philly with the very latest. Good morning, Kimberly.
Listen, nobody on this Kansas City Chiefs sideline is short on confidence. But I talked to Mike linebacker Anthony Hitchens, and he told me, look, the defense's pride, it definitely was hurt the past 2 weeks. And as the guy responsible for calling the defense and lining guys up, he shouldered all of the blame for their miscues. Now, he even said to me, look, I'm not going to lie. We're frustrated. I'm frustrated. But they feel really confident today. And, you know, even though they haven't had this kind of record since 2015. The Chiefs, they say that their backs are against the wall, but they are not worried. They're very confident, and they're not in panic mode. And you know who else isn't in panic mode? The Eagles. I asked defensive tackle Fletcher Cox about the Chiefs trying to use this as a get-right game, and he said, look, it's not about them. We've got to make this about us. We're not worried about them. It's about which team will make the least amount of mistakes. And both of these teams have made a lot of mistakes soon. One more note, Andy Reid, he's feeling good. He was back in action on Tuesday, and Hitchens said he was ready to roll. So he's good for his reunion here in Philly.
Thanks, Kimberly. Great news about Andy there. Always happy to see that.
Yes.
Let's get back to the game, though. Rex, when you look at this Chiefs team, look, on paper, they should beat the Eagles. But in terms of what they're showing you on tape so far, with these strong first halves and basically disappearing in the second, what's your level of concern?
Well, it's their defense. I mean, look, they're giving up almost 32 points a game. This team should be 0-3 if Cleveland's punter doesn't, fumble the football.
Yes.
So to me, this team right here, am I concerned if I'm a Kansas City Chief fan? Oh, yeah. Their team might not be, but I am. They're kind of walked through this thing like they're going to be in the playoffs for sure. We don't know that. They're dead last, as you said, Sam, in their own division. So to me, will they get right today? If their defense doesn't play any better, it's going to be a lot better game than people think.
Yeah, and their defense, it should be playing better. A good defensive coordinator. You've got some great players on that side of the ball. I look at this defense, though, and it looks like they play defense knowing that Patrick Mahomes is their quarterback.
Yep.
So it's like, it's all right, big play. Let's just go for an interception. Let's try to make a big play because we're going to score 35. So it's okay, so I just think that's the mentality I'm getting for them. And these teams that just think they'll flip the switch aren't the teams that win consistently. Nope. So, and those aren't consistently championship winning teams. So they got to fix something because watching Patrick Mahomes even, guys, it's like, you don't have to put on the cape every single week and make these plays at the quarterback position that are just out of control. We love the no-look passes, right? We love the no-look. We love everything that he does. He's one of the best in the game, but sometimes you just don't have to because right here, you got a wide-open receiver right there. No one's really trailing him. He's got some separation, and Patrick tries to do the no-look because that's just what he knows, and the receiver's like, hey, man, I didn't know you were throwing it to me.
Right.
You weren't looking at me. I mean, okay, well, I was looking at you. I wasn't. That's what I do. But then it's like, okay, sometimes the simple is best.
Yeah, listen, there's a saying in quarterback rooms, say no to being too cute. That was just too cute right there. Unnecessary. Didn't need it. And I know what you're saying, Rex, like the defense, they don't look very good. They look pretty terrible. But I think these turnovers by Patrick Mahomes and company are putting them in a bad spot. And I do have confidence that they get it fixed, though, because of Andy Reid. Andy Reid was my quarterback coach in Green Bay when Brett Favre was the starting quarterback. And we would sit there, and Mike Holmgren used to make us watch the interception reel. And Randy, you know, being in that division, the interception reel was really ugly. You know, he's on two knees, he's throwing it left-handed, he's throwing it, like, all that stuff. But then Andy did a great thing. He popped in the tape of the touchdown reel. And it was a lot of that same creativity, a lot of that playground football, and that's, you want to keep the great of Patrick Mahomes, but somehow lose the unnecessary mistakes. You're trying to do too much. Know when to give up on a play. And I do believe firmly, because Andy Reid is the coach in this situation, I've seen firsthand how he can handle that situation and keep the greatness of Patrick Mahomes while not putting his defense in
When is a
disadvantage.
player, like at the quarterback, when do you start to realize that? Like, hey, man, you just calm yourself mentally? I mean, is it 4 or 5 years? Is it?
It's pretty simple. Say no to being too cute. We know as quarterbacks, like, hey, this is fun. I'm out there being this is my football. No. That football does not belong to you. That football belongs to the team. And you have to be a respecter of that football. So the no-look passes are cute. If you know that 100% of the time your receiver knows it's coming and you're going to complete that, go for it. If not, that's not the time. You got to use that discernment.
Great point.
You're talking about the MVP in this big contract that we gave Mahomes. Why? Because we were so used to Mahomes' magic. Yes, they're falling off in the second half. You're sitting here talking about an offense that put up some hellacious numbers 2 years ago. The reason why? They had some weapons around him. Yes, Sammy Watkins with the Baltimore Ravens, and everybody's sitting here wondering, where is our production coming from for our third or fourth wide receiver? You have Pringle, you have Robinson, you have Mecole Hardman. Now you're sitting here wondering why they go get a guy like Josh Gordon, signing him off the NFL, bringing him back to the National Football League. So it's not just Patrick Mahomes, guys, because guess what? What we sitting here highlighting all of his features about them no-look passes and oohing and ahhing and everything that he was trying to do, now that things are not looking bad. You just can't come down on Patrick Mahomes. It's a supporting cast. What are they doing with Jones? They're moving him around. Where's Jones most Where's he most dominant? Yeah. Where's Chris Jones most dominant at? In the interior. In the interior. They're moving him around. So there's some indecisive decisions being made with the Kansas City Chiefs, not with the quarterback position, but as a whole. We're used to them playing championship caliber football, but they haven't been as lately.
Yeah, sometimes it just comes down to fundamentals, right? 4 turnovers last week. We saw 3 interceptions this season from Patrick Mahomes, which I think for a normal quarterback, won a game. It's not the worst. For him, he only had 6 interceptions all of last season.
It's a high standard. It is.
He is a victim of his own success in many ways. Well, another guy that has very high standards out west, down south, if you will, in Texas, Zeke Elliott. He and the Cowboys hosting the undefeated Panthers today without Christian McCaffrey. 95 yards for Zeke last week. Can he keep it up today? Still to come on Countdown, Justin Fields may have been the worst QB in the NFL last week, but there's still a reason to believe for the Bears. We'll show you how Matt Nagy can fix Justin Fields today. And as Brady returns to the stadium where he won 6 Super Bowl rings, Teddy takes you inside the Patriots locker room.
I remember just being in the stretch line and we were talking about something and I just did a little, oh yeah.
I might never come down. I might never come down.
Black and white.
That's
How
Tom.
old?
That's an old quarterback right there.
Somebody
Gotta be
old.
Brady.
It's
They would
either
not make
Big
it
Ben or Tom. We'll find out when we come back.
That's Tom Brady. I ain't guessing no more.